thinking I was Superman. So you know you can't cry, because I wanted to be just like them and save my city from crime. I wanted to be just like them, just like them, just like them. Campbell's chicken noodle soup. When you stay home from school, remember watching MTV when there was still music for you. Just a kid on Choya Street, from my city built in the sand. My father said you'll be a man, be a man, be a man. And I was born in 1994. And I was born in 1994. And I was born in 1994. I guess Santa Claus is just not real, and Batman can't fly, and nobody's invincible, because I know people die. I saw it on the news one day when the towers fell down. September's not the same place now, same place now, same place now. Now tell me what you wanna be, because you grow up too fast. I'll cut my hair and sag my jeans and never show up to class. Get ready, cause it's time to leave. So pack up your bags and go be who you wanna be, wanna be, wanna be. And I was born in 1994. And I was born in 1994. And I was born in 1994. My country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty. My country, 'tis of thee, be who you wanna be. My country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty. My country, my country, my country, my. And I was born in 1994. And I was born in 1994. And I was born in 1994. Thank you guys for coming tonight. I'm from Arizona. This is my home. It's also the last night of the tour, so this is very special for me. I'm sorry that I did this. The blood is on my hands. I stare at my reflection. I don't know who I am. I practice my confession in case I take the stand. I say I learned my lesson. I'll be a better man. I'm packing up my things and I'm wiping down the walls. I'm rinsing off my clothes and I'm walking through the halls. I did it all for her, so I felt nothing at all. I don't know what she'll say, so I'll ask her when she calls. Would you love me more if I killed someone for real? Would you hold my hand? Would you hold my hand? They're the same ones that I use when I killed someone for you. Would you turn me in when they say I'm on the loose? Would you hide me when my face is on the news? Cause I killed someone for you. Yeah, I hear the sirens coming, I see the flashing lights. I'm driving through the suburbs, wearing my disguise. I show up at her doorstep to look her in the eyes. I tell her that it's me, but she doesn't recognize. Can't you see I'm running? Said I need a place to hide. I've gotta ask you something, could you please let me inside? Just let me explain, no I wouldn't tell you lies. I know you'll understand if you let me stay the night. Okay, so there's a call and response in this chorus, right? So do you know it? Okay, so I know some people might know it, some people might not, but I'm not a great teacher, so there might be someone next to you that could show you what to do. Okay, so go. Would you love me more? If I killed someone for you, would you hold my hand? Hold my hand. kill someone for you, would you turn me in when they say I'm on the loose? Would you have me when my face is on the news? 'Cause I killed someone for you. Yeah, you have to understand that the one I killed is me, changing what I was for what you wanted me to be. I followed your directions, did everything you asked. I hope it makes you happy, 'cause there's just no turning back. Would you love me more if I killed someone for you? Would you hold my hand? They're the same ones that I used when I killed someone for you. Would you turn me in when you say I'm on the loose? Would you have me when my face is on the news? 'Cause I killed someone for you. Yeah. This is my friend Nathan.
Love you, Alec!
I just want to say thanks again for coming tonight, guys. I really appreciate it. I'm very excited that you're here. And, I love Arizona a lot. So I was born here. So this is very special for me. Also, my mom and my dad are here tonight, and I have some very special friends here too. So that's cool. This song, also my sister is here too, and this is a song that I wrote for my sister. So, all right.
Right here. I'm too short. Yes, Nathan!
If you know the words, I need your help, okay? She was 19 with a baby on the way, on the east side of the city. She was working every day, cleaning dishes in the evening. She could barely stay awake. She was clinging to the feeling that her luck was gonna change. And across town, she would take the bus at night to a one-bedroom apartment. And when she turned on the light, she would sit down at the table, tell herself that it's alright. She was waiting on the day she hoped the baby would arrive. She never be alone, have someone to hold. And when nights were cold, she said, the world's not perfect, but it's not that bad if we got each other, and it's all we have. I'll be your mother and I'll hold your hand. You should know I'll be there for you. When the world's not perfect, when the world's not kind, if we have each other, then we'll both be fine. I'll be your mother and I'll hold your hand. You should know I'll be there for you. They were 90 and living out the days on the west side of the city, next to where they got engaged. They had pictures on the walls of all the memories that they made, and though life was never easy, they were thankful that they stayed with each other. And though sometimes were hard, even when she made him angry, he would never break her heart. No, they didn't have the money to afford a fancy car, but they never had to travel, 'cause they'd never be apart. Even at the end, their love was stronger than the day that they first met. The world's not perfect, but it's not that bad if we got each other, and it's all we have. I'll be your lover and I'll hold your hand. You should know I'll be there for you. When the world's not perfect, when the world's not kind, if we have each other, then we'll both be fine. I'll be your lover and I'll hold your hand. You should know I'll be there for you. my folks are getting old, I know they don't have forever, and I'm scared to be alone. So I'm thankful for my sister, even though sometimes we fight. When high school wasn't easy, she's the reason I survived. I know she never leave me, and I hate to see her cry. So I wrote this verse to tell her that I'm always by her side. I wrote this verse to tell her that I'm always by her side. I wrote this verse to tell her that. I wrote this verse to tell her that. I wrote this verse to tell her that. The world's not perfect, but it's not that bad. If we got each other and that's all we have, I'll be your brother and I'll hold your hand. You should know I'll be there for you when the world's not perfect, when the world's not kind. If we got each other, then we'll both be fine. I'll be your brother and I'll hold your hand. You should know I'll be there for you. You should know I'll be there for you. Cool. All right. Cool. All right. We have some more songs for you guys. This song, sometimes I forget that it's very dry here, and then people say, oh, it's really dry in Arizona, and I'll be like, oh, it's not that bad, and then I come here and I'm like, oh. This song is about, actually a lot of my songs that I wrote that I'm playing tonight are inspired by things that happened when I lived here, so that's really cool. It's always weird to come back to come back home, especially because I haven't lived here in a very long time, and sometimes I really miss it. And you know, I miss living in a place where people know that the plural of cactus is cacti, not cactuses. I don't feel compelled to tell people that they're wrong, but I know in my head, and then I know, well, if I go home to Arizona, that won't happen. It doesn't bother me that much, but sometimes. This song is called Outrunning Karma. Outrunning karma, that boy, he's such a charmer. All the bugs and their larvae follow him out to Colorado. 10,000 hearts in the bag, their bodies lying, he'll drag them down to Colorado. A modern desperado, and he'll race for miles through the night. He runs because he knows he cannot hide. He's never gonna make it. All the poor people he's forsaken. Karma is always gonna chase him for his lives. It's just a game of waiting from the church people down to Satan. Karma, there's really no escaping till he dies. Outgunning karma, that boy can't run no farther. It's the last days of Sparta. Follow him down to meet Apollo, and he'll brace for battle in the night. He fights because he knows he cannot hide. He's never gonna make it. All the poor people he's forsaken. Karma is always gonna chase him for his lives. It's just a game of waiting from the church people down to Satan. Karma, there's Alright, I'm gonna play a song on the piano if that's okay. Nathan, if you could raise it and want it. Okay. This next song, I Miss You Too. Okay, wait, I'll just do it right now because, you know, it's like, sometimes you go to like Chili's or something and you're like, alright, like, you know, it's like, okay, everyone will be like, oh my god, like, you know, it's like, it's my friend's birthday or whatever, you know, and then, okay, I don't know what I was gonna say. I made a joke about it last night, totally worked, but it's not happening tonight, so just pretend like that joke was funny, and then, yeah, okay, wow, that was actually so convincing, thank you guys. This song is actually a song that I wrote. I remember writing it in my living room in the house that I used to live in Arizona, right before I went to college. It's called Paper Crown. A cool thing actually that I did, and there's a couple of people here from this thing that I did. So I always wanted to go on tour, but I didn't. When I was first starting out, I got signed to a record label and then I got dropped and I didn't know what to do and I wanted to go on tour, but you know, I only had a small group of people that supported me, and so I was like, look, if you sign up on this sheet, I'll come to your living room and sing for you and your family. And so I did that in 2015 or 2016? 2016, okay. And so thank you guys for coming tonight, I appreciate it. And thank you for letting me sing in your living room, because if you didn't do that, I wouldn't be here, so thanks. Anyways, back to the song. This song is called Paper Crown, and one thing that you might not know about the song, maybe it would be interesting, is that I actually wrote it from the perspective, it sounds like it's about a girl who's insecure, but actually what it was about when I wrote it was about the Statue of Liberty right after 9/11 was what it was about. So maybe when you hear the song, you think about it, it will give you a new perspective. Wow. All right, maybe not, I don't know. I can't tell you what to do. Crown in a heart made of glass, a tattered gown in a kingdom of ash. She walks alone. She can never look back. The story of a queen whose castle has fallen to the sea. She'll make it out, but she's never the same. She's looking down at the scars that remain, but you hold your crown when your kingdom's in flames. 'Cause it's the story of a queen whose castle has fallen to the sea, knowing there's no one who will be a king that will come and save his queen. When all she needs, when all she wants, when all she finds, when all she is and ever was is compromised. 'Cause there's no one to love her when you build your walls too high, and there's no one to love you when you build your walls too high. She's looking out from the war that's inside and screaming out. 'Cause no one survives when you're all alone. You wait and you hide, 'cause it's the story of a queen whose castle has fallen to the sea, knowing there's no one who will be a king that will come and save his queen. When all she needs, when all she wants, when all she finds, when all she is and ever was is compromised. 'Cause there's no one to love her when you build your walls too high, and there's no one to love you when you build your walls too high. And there's no one who is strong enough to save your life. There's no fairy tale, there's no fairy tale. When all she needs, when all she wants, when all she finds, when all she is and ever was is compromised. 'Cause there's no one to love her when you build your walls too high, and there's no one to love you when you try yourself inside. Thanks. That's nice. Alright, this next song is, I need you to help me with it. And you have to sing it really loud and make, well, not all the way, but you have to kind of make the person next to you think that you might want to get punched in the face. If you don't know my music, you're like, wow, that's really weird. I'm not going to do that.
Yep. I'm down.
This is called The Boy in the Bubble. It was 6:48, I was walking home. Stepped to the gate and I'm all alone. I had chicken on the plate, but the food was cold. And I covered up my face so that no one knows. I didn't want trouble, I'm the boy in the bubble. But then came trouble. When my mom walked into the living room, she said, boy, you gotta tell me what they did to you. I said, you don't wanna know the things I had to do. She said, son, you gotta tell me why you're black and blue. Said I didn't want trouble, I'm the boy in the bubble. But then came trouble, and my heart was pumping, chest was screaming, mind was running, head was freezing. Put my hands up, put my hands up. I told this kid I'm ready for a fight. 2, 3, 4. Punch my face, do it cause I like the pain. Every time you curse my name, I know you want the satisfaction. It's not gonna happen. Knock me out, kick me when I'm on the ground. It's only gonna let you down. Come the lightning and the thunder, you're the one who suffers. Well, I squared him up, let my chest expose. He threw a quick left hook and it broke my nose. I had thick red blood running down my clothes and a sick look, cause I liked it though. Said I didn't want trouble, I'm the boy in the bubble. But then came trouble, and my heart was pumping, chest was screaming, mind was running, nose was bleeding. Put my hands up, put my hands up. I told this kid I'm ready for a fight. Punch my face, do it cause I like the pain. Every time you curse my name, I know you want the satisfaction. It's not gonna happen. Knock me out, kick me when I'm on the ground. It's only gonna let you down. From the lightning and the thunder, you're the one who suffers. It was 6:48, he was walking home with the blood on his hands from my broken nose. But like every other day, he was scared to go back to his house cause his pops was home, drowning his troubles in whiskey bubbles, just looking for trouble. Well, there's no excuse for the things he did, but there's a lot at home that he's dealing with, because his dad's been drunk since he was a kid. And I hope one day that he'll say to him, put down those bubbles and that belt buckle in this broken bubble. Punch my face, do it cause I like the pain. Every time you curse my name, I know you want the satisfaction. It's not gonna happen. Knock me out, kick me when I'm on the ground. It's only gonna let you down. From the lightning and the thunder, you're the one who suffers. This song, okay, so I have to ask a question. Maybe it's not a question, maybe it's kind of a question. You ever been on, you're like, okay, you were kind of bored and maybe you didn't have anything to do, and so you were gonna go surf the web, and you're like, oh, okay, well, this probably won't ruin my life, but then it does. Has that ever happened to you? Yeah, it happened to me.
What did he see?
I had a girlfriend my freshman year of high school, and I liked her a lot. And you know when you like someone for the first time, it's like it's a very pure thing. Wow, that was so sensitive of me. Wow, no, just kidding. Anyways, I was on Facebook like maybe sophomore year, or no, this was recent actually. Man, I don't get over things. It was like 8 years later. That's so embarrassing. Anyways, I saw she was getting married, and I was like, man, that's crazy. I'm not getting married. So maybe one day. But anyways, it made me feel sad And so I wrote a song with my friend Nathan. It's called Now She's Getting Married.
Yeah, Nathan!
She's actually in the audience. No, I'm just kidding. She's not. She was soft, she was kind, she was warm, and she was mine. And now she's getting married, now she's getting married. And I'm not the one to kiss goodnight. We were young, I'll admit, but I thought that this was it. And now she's getting married, all my hope is buried. And I wonder if she ever thinks of ice cream in the park, dancing in the dark, and holding like she never let me go. She'll dress up, wearing white, while I wait for a wife. And now she's getting carried from the sanctuary, and they're driving down the streets where we once held each other's hands, talked about our plans, and dreamed about the places we would go. She was soft, she was kind, I'm just lucky she was mine. Every kiss was golden, even though our moment was only temporary. Now she's getting married. Do you ever think, that's nice. Do you ever think of me? Do you ever dream, do you ever dream that we were meant to be? Do you ever think, do you ever think, do you ever think of me? Brad. Do you ever dream, do you ever dream that we were meant to be? That one lonely one in the back. So if I had the chance, I would ask for one last dance. And though we're not together, I'll love her forever, even when I'm buried. Now she's getting married. Oh, I just talked into this, but the microphone is not there. That was nice that you did that because, okay, I have so this tour has been amazing so far, and this is so cool. This is what I dreamed of ever since I was a kid. And I'm like really trying to come out of my shell, you know. And so I usually just like hang out by myself. And my friends who are here can attest to that. I sometimes eye contact is weird for me, especially during that song, because there's like that moment where it's like, do you ever think of me? And there was one time it was in Toronto, and there was a security guard working for the venue that was like standing right here, and I looked him right in the eye, and he was like, I don't know what you're thinking, but stop that. He's like, I almost never think of you. But he didn't say it, but he said it with his eyes, you know, and at that point I knew it was weird. And so I was, yeah, okay, well, I didn't know I was gonna, okay. But I'm happy you pulled the phones out because then, you know, well, then I just looked at, well, wait, where did Nathan go? Then he was gone. He knew I was gonna turn around and look at him, so he ducked. He's like, no, I don't think of you. Stop. Anyways, this next song, my segue. Okay, this next song is one of my favorite songs ever. But I didn't write it. But if you don't know the song and you like it, then I wrote it. Alright.
I fully stand by this.
A thieving queen.
All be great, I put your picture on my wall. It reminds me that it's not so bad, it's not so bad. wrote you, but you still ain't calling. I left my cell, my pager, and my home phone at the bottom. I sent 2 letters back in autumn. You must not have got them. There probably was a problem at the post office or something. Sometimes I scribble addresses too sloppy when I jot them. But anyways, fuck it, what's been up and how's your daughter? My girlfriend's pregnant too, I'm about to be a father. If I have a daughter, guess that I'ma call her. I'ma name her Bonnie. I read about your Uncle Ronnie too, I'm sorry. I had a friend kill himself over some bitch who didn't want him. I know you probably hear this every day, but I'm your biggest fan. I even got the underground shit that you did with Scan. I got a room full of your posters and your pictures, man. I like that shit you did with August too, that shit was fat. Anyways, I hope you get this, man. Hit me back, just a chat. Truly yours, your biggest fan. This is Stan. My tea's gone cold, I'm wondering why. Put your picture on my wall. It reminds me that it's not so bad. It's not so bad. Dear Slim, you still ain't called a rope. I hope you have a chance. I ain't mad, I just think it's fucked up you don't answer fans. If you don't want to talk to me outside your concert, you didn't have to, but you could have signed an autograph for Matthew. That's my little brother, man. He's only 6 years old. We waited in the blistering cold for you for 4 hours and you just said no. That's pretty shitty, man. You're like his fucking idol. He wants to be just like you, man. He likes you more than I do, but I ain't that mad, though I just don't like being lied to. Remember when we met in Denver? You said if I write you, you would write back. See, I'm just like you in a way. I never knew my father neither. He used to always cheat on my mom and beat her. I can relate to what you're saying in your songs, so when I have a shitty day, I drift away and I put them on, cause I don't really got shit else, so that shit helps when I'm depressed. I even got a tattoo with your name across the chest. Sometimes I even cut myself to see how much it bleeds. It's like adrenaline. The pain is such a sudden rush for me. See, everything you say is real, and I respect you cause you tell it. My girlfriend's jealous cause I talk about you 24/7, but she don't know you like I know you, Slim. No one does. She don't know what it was like for people like us growing up. You gotta call me, man. I'd be the biggest fan you'll ever lose. Sincerely yours, Stan. P.S. We should be together too. My tea's gone cold, I'm wondering why. It's not so bad. Thank you. I wrote that song. I had a cool moment the other day. I had a Stan moment. Someone that I really love. I got to meet. It was awesome. I cried. No, I didn't cry. Maybe a little bit. Maybe when I got home I didn't tell anybody about it. I told you guys, shh, don't tell anyone. But I got to, okay, yeah, it was cool. It was cool. All right. Anyways, I got to meet one of my heroes, and I have a song called Death of a Hero, and we're not playing that next, we're playing it later. But that song is like, oh, heroes are dead, you know, like, it's, and then I found out yesterday they're not, so that's cool. Good news. This just in, heroes are not dead.
You're here, so obviously not.
Stop. That is too kind. You are too kind.
So smooth.
Alright, this song is about doing somebody's homework. Do you have any Annabelles in the audience? Okay, that was the Chili's joke, you know, when someone's like, oh, it's my birthday, and then you know. Okay, never mind, not funny. Anyways. This song is called Annabelle's Homework, so if you know it, okay, there's a part in the chorus, at the end of the chorus, it's like, whoa, whoa. It's very high. I need your help singing it. I can sing it, I promise, but I need you guys to be really loud, okay?
Sorry.
Careful as I write her name on the corner of the page. Make it look like it was her all along. And I put the paper in my bag as I'm walking back to class. And the notes I wrote that took me so long. She doesn't notice me. She just smiles and says, thank you for the geometry. 'cause it's all it meant to her. But I spent 22 days and 21 nights crossing every T, just making it right, only to discover it's not worth doing Annabelle's homework. Doesn't matter how many papers I write, end of the equation won't be you and I. And now I'm just another who got her doing Annabelle's homework.
Here we go.
Oh, whoa.
Louder.
Oh, whoa.
There we go.
Oh, whoa. Doing Annabelle's homework. Careful as I walk away, so she can't see it on my face, how I look, and now I'm feeling so bad. I'm disappointed in myself, 'cause I know love's not for sale. Oh, my mother raised me better than that. She doesn't notice me, she just smiles and says thank you for the geography, 'cause that's all it meant to her. But I spent 22 days and 21 nights crossing every T, just making it right, only to discover it's not worth doing Annabelle's homework. Doesn't matter how many papers I write, end of the equation won't be you and I. And now I'm just another who got her doing Annabelle's homework. Oh, whoa. Oh, whoa. Oh, whoa. Doing Annabelle's homework. I'm alive, you don't know I'm here, circling around in your atmosphere. I'm alive, you don't know I'm here, circling around in your atmosphere.
One more time.
I'm alive, you don't know I'm here, circling around in your atmosphere. I'm alive, you don't know I'm here, just circling around, just circling. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 22 days and 21 nights crossing every T, just making it right, only to discover it's not worth doing Annabelle's homework. Doesn't matter how many papers I write, end of the equation won't be you and I. And now I'm just another who got her doing Annabelle's
Loud
homework.
here.
Oh, whoa. Oh, whoa. Oh, whoa. Doing Annabelle's homework.
Now, I don't want you to be offended when I play this song, because it's not directed at you, but this song is called The Worst Day of My Life, and it's about one of the days that I thought was the worst day of my life. But actually, it ended up being really good for me, but that's besides the point, okay? What do we got here? We have hearts? How cool is that? I made those before the show. I handed them out to everyone, and then I wanted you guys to no, just kidding. I didn't plan them. You made them? Okay, thank you, Jaden. That's very nice of you. Okay, all right. Okay, well, this song is called The Worst Day of My Life, and it's about the day that I got dropped by my record label, and I didn't know if I was ever going to be able to make music again. And the really cool thing is that I never thought I'd be able to do a tour like this, and that I'd be able to play in my hometown and have so many people here. So thank you guys for making this possible, and for letting me, making it possible for me to keep making music and live my dreams. So thank you for that. I appreciate it. Here we go.
Well, my manager rang, he said, I hate to break the news, but the label called today, they said they have to cut you loose. I felt broken like a vase that had fallen from the roof, tears rolling down my face, Lord, what am I to do? I felt pain in my life so far, a fractured wrist and a broken heart, but this is sure to leave a nasty scar, one that might not heal. So I said, this is the worst day of my life, it's the worst day of my life, and I don't know how I'll survive. It's the worst day of my life. I'll admit it's a struggle, finding light in the tunnel. This is the worst day of my life. It's the worst day of my life. Well, I gave up my degree and I moved away from home. I was
was following the dream. Now there's nowhere I can go, so I called up my mom and I was bawling on the phone. I was acting like a child, but I was all the way grown. I felt pain in my life so far, a fractured wrist and a broken heart. But this is sure to leave an nasty scar, one that might not heal. So I said, this is the worst day of my life. It's the worst day of my life. And I don't know how I'll survive. It's the worst day of my life. I'll admit it's a struggle, finding light in the tunnel. This is the worst day of my life. It's the worst day of my life. Nathan's birthday, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Let's give it up for Nathan one more time. That was pretty cool. I wish I could do that. Yeah, that was my sister. This song is called... This song is called Death of a Hero. I was in Pittsburgh when I saw a Superman in the back room. He was doing lines or something in the bathroom. I barely recognized him at all. I saw him doing things you shouldn't do with all that power. I wish someone would have thrown him in the shower. I barely recognized him at all. That night I put my youth in a casket and buried it inside of me. That night I saw through all the magic, and now I'm a witness to the death of a hero. I burned all the pictures in the attic and threw away the magazines. That night I saw through all the magic, and now I'm a witness to the death of a hero. Alright, you guys sound great.
No, you.
I tried to look away, but you can't look away from a train wreck. The things he said to girls, well, they were shameless. I barely recognized him at all. I tried to help, but he said he was just too far from saving. And nothing I could say was gonna change him. I barely recognized him at all. That night I put my youth in a casket and buried it inside of me. That night I saw through all the magic, and now I'm a witness to the death of a hero. I burned all the pictures in the attic and threw away the magazines. That night I saw through all the magic, and now I'm a witness to the death of a hero. The death of a hero, he couldn't be saved. Now I'm cutting the grass and I'll cover his grave. I'll cover his grave. The death of a hero, I'm turning the page. Now I'm cutting the grass and I'll cover his grave. I'll cover his grave.
fought through all the magic, and now I'm a witness to the death of a hero.
Cool. Alright, this next song is... Okay, we only have a few songs left, so I just want to say thank you guys so much for having us. That's nice. It would be bad if I was like, we got a bunch of songs left, and you guys like, oh. This song is a song that I wrote called Steve. Which, interestingly enough, has been one of the most popular songs that we've been playing in the set. And it's like a really weird song, so maybe that's why. I told my uncle that this song is about him because his name is Steve, but it's actually not about him, but don't tell him that. Oh, he's not here tonight. I wouldn't say that with him here in the crowd. It goes like this.
I know the Bible isn't perfect, 'cause it left one person out. There was Adam, there was Eve, and there was someone else around. Yeah, I think his name was Steve, and he was passing through town when he heard a snake a whispering to Adam in the garden. Take the fruit, it's good for you. Steve said, I beg your pardon. I know it's not my business, but will you just hear me out? He said, I wouldn't lie, you should not go to that tree. The serpent knows the apple grows from a forbidden seed. Oh, you want what you can't have, but you've got all the things you need. There was Adam, there was Eve, and there was Steve. He said, Adam, don't be fooled by the snake. Don't risk it all for a taste. Oh, what a waste to have everything and give it all away. Adam looked around, and as he wrestled with his fate, Steve and Eve rolled up their sleeves to wrestle with that snake. In the midst of all the chaos, Steve was still screaming out. Here we go. He said, I wouldn't lie, you should not go to that tree. The serpent knows the apple grows from a forbidden seed. Oh, you want what you can't have, but you've got all the things you need. There was Adam, there was Eve, and there was Steve. He said, Adam, don't be fooled by the snake. Don't risk it all for a taste. Oh, what a waste to have everything and give it all away. Sometimes I feel like Adam, 'cause I've got more than I need. But even when I have it all, I want what's out of reach. Maybe I should learn my lesson, like Steve was talking to me. One last time. He said, I wouldn't lie, you should not go to that tree. The serpent knows the apple grows from a forbidden seed. Oh, you want what you can't have, but you've got all the things you need. There was Adam, there was Eve, and there was Steve. He said, Adam, don't be fooled by the snake. Don't risk it all for a taste. Oh, what a waste to have everything and give it all away.
Alright, we have 2 more songs. So I just want to say thanks for coming. Also, after the show, I'm gonna hang out in the back and just meet everybody if you want to say hi. So, before I do that, I'm gonna go back there for like a minute or 2, just so you know I'm not leaving. Okay. Alright, this song is called The Water Fountain. Also, thank you guys so much for having us. We really appreciate it. We love Arizona.
She told me that she loved me by the water fountain. She told me that she loved me and she didn't love him. And that was really lovely cause it was innocent. But now she's got a cup with something else in it. It's getting kinda blurry at 10:15. And he was in a hurry to be touching her skin. She's feeling kinda dirty when she's dancing with him, forgetting what she told me by the water fountain. Now he's grabbing her hips and pulling her in, kissing her lips and whispering in her ear. And he knows that she shouldn't listen, and that she should be with me by the water fountain. She couldn't be at home in the nighttime because it made her feel alone. But at that time she was too young. I was too young. I should have built a home with a fountain for us. The moment that she told me that she was in love, too young. I was too young.
Alright, we gotta sing together here.
Too young.
Great.
Too young.
Awesome.
Too young. Young. And if she ever goes back to the water fountain, the handle will be broken and the rust set in. But my hand, it will be open and I'll try to fix it. My heart, it will be open and I'll try to give it. Now I'm grabbing her hips and pulling her in, kissing her lips and whispering in her ear. And I know that it's only a wish, and that we're not standing by the water fountain. Too young, too young, too young, young. She couldn't be at home in the nighttime because it made her feel alone. But at that time she was too young. I was too young. I should have built a home with a fountain for us. The moment that she told me that she was in love, too young. I was too young. Too young. Too young.
You guys are awesome
Too
too.
young. Young. I should have built a home with the fountain for us. The moment that she told me that she was in love, too young.
What?
I was too young.
Oh, Edward. Oh, Nedward. No. Alright. She told me that she loved me by the water fountain. Thank you. Yeah. This is Edward, by the way, guys. We took a poll at the beginning of tour to change his name, but we've now changed it back. We don't find it funny anymore. So no more, unfortunately, I'm sorry. Okay, we have one more song for you guys, but we're gonna do, well, you know how some people, they do like an encore, you know? And then, like, everybody kind of knows that the person's gonna come back out on stage. And I tried it once and it felt very weird to me, so I'm just gonna pretend to walk off for like 2 seconds. Then if you scream, I'll just turn around, and then if you guys just pretend like you were surprised, it will look real on camera. Okay. Alright, thank you guys so much. That was crazy. Oh my god, I had no idea that you weren't gonna leave. This song, Alright, this song is called Let Me Down Slowly. I love you too.
This night is cold in the kingdom. I can feel you fade away. From the kitchen to the bathroom sink, and your steps keep me awake. Don't cut me down, throw me out, leave me here to waste. I once was a man with dignity and grace. Now I'm slipping through the cracks of your golden embrace. So please, please, could you find a way to let me down slowly? A little sympathy, I hope you can show me. If you wanna go, then I'll be so lonely. If you're leaving, baby, let me down. down slowly. Let me down, down, let me down, down, let me down, let me down, down, let me down, down, let me down. If you wanna go, then I'll be so lonely. If you're leaving, baby, let me down slowly. Cool skin, drag my feet on the tile as I'm walking down the corridor. And I know we haven't talked in a while, so I'm looking for an open door. Don't cut me down, throw me out, leave me at a waste. I once was a man with dignity and grace. Now I'm slipping through the cracks of your cold embrace. So please, please, could you find a way to let me down slowly? A little sympathy, I hope you can show me. If you wanna go, then I'll be so lonely. If you're leaving, baby, let me down slowly. Let me down, down, let me down, down, let me down, let me down, down, let me down, down. If you wanna go, then I'll be so lonely. If you're leaving, baby, let me down slowly. And I can't stop myself from falling. And I can't stop myself from falling down. And I can't stop myself from falling down. And I can't stop myself from falling. Could you find a way to let me down slowly? A little sympathy, I hope you can show me. If you wanna go, then I'll be so lonely. If you're leaving, baby, let me down slowly. Let me down, down, let me down, down, let me down, 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 let me down, down, let me down. If you wanna go, then I'll be so lonely. If you're leaving, baby, let me down slowly. If you wanna go, then I'll be so lonely. If you're leaving, baby, let me down slowly. If you wanna go, then I'll be so lonely. If you're leaving, baby, let me down slowly.
That concludes this evening and also our tour. So give yourself a round of applause. Thank you for having us. My name's Alec Benjamin, and I'll see you in a little bit. All right.